Have you failed in a business, in a job, or in school? Are you hurt from losing your money? Fortunately, this video is for you. The theme of the video is Don't Take Your Failures for Granted. Simply, we can say that one should not lose hope after a failure because one can't get success without failure. Welcome to the YouTube channel Mr. Motivational Mentor. In this video, we will talk about the famous motivational quote, Don't take your failures for granted. So, let's begin. As the old adage goes, one must not give up. One must fight until the end. Similarly, only when someone relentlessly pursues victory do they stand to win at some point in their lives. Everyone does not achieve success because they give up too easily. They stop moving just as victory was approaching. The road to success is a winding one that few people take. To achieve the desired result, one must face challenges. Failures teach us the most valuable lessons in life. There is no denying that life is a slow struggle. At times, you wonder if they'll make it until the next day. In this video, I will tell you how failure is a pillar of success. One learns that life contains both failures and successes. A man cannot be successful in life all the time, and none has been so far. Failures, in various forms, tend to attack when no one expects them. It can take the form of financial or medical problems. Even successful men fail after tremendous success in life. Failures must be understood to highlight flaws in preparation. It is analogous to a student taking an exam and failing it. Perhaps his preparation was insufficient. If you are making mistakes, then don't worry. It is not a crime, but failing to learn from them is. Even if you have previously failed, there is no harm in giving it another shot. The story of Kfc is well known. The subject of the true story is Colonel Harland Sanders' constant failures and struggles. But despite failing over 1,000 times, he remains determined. He finally succeeds at the age of 65, which many people consider retirement. He didn't mind when over 1,000 people rejected his recipe. Instead, he had faith in his recipe and in himself. Faith and belief in oneself also aid in success. It just goes to show what tenacity, dedication, and ambition can accomplish. Failures provide an opportunity to return with more vigor, energy, and preparation. In the paragraph on failures as pillars of success, Abraham Lincoln and Steve Jobs are mentioned. They carved out a place for themselves in the world. Abraham Lincoln suffered a string of electoral defeats. Even his family had given up on him. He never let failure defeat him and kept coming back strong and fighting bravely. In contrast, Steve Jobs was fired from the company he founded. Let me tell you why people fail on the road to success. The sooner you accept that failure is an inevitable part of the life, the sooner you will be able to learn from your mistakes. When you fail, you have two options. Number 1, reason for failure and trying to make it work. Number 2, accept that it will never work and move on to the next idea. As a result, failures are an inevitable part of life. Do you know why you failed? The main reason is that people do not believe they can achieve success in life. Another reason is a lack of perseverance and consistent effort. You can also face failure if you are unable to connect and form strong bonds. Inadequate vision also leads you toward failure. The main reason for failure is that you forget previous mistakes that should be made to make firm future decisions that cannot be changed. Lack of self-discipline and self-assurance in believing in oneself. But in fact, failure is required to open the door to success. Failure is unavoidable in life, but it provides us with the opportunity to rebound, learn from our mistakes, and enjoy success. Failure is upsetting, but as Winston Churchill once said, success is all about going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Failure is the greatest and most important life lesson in everyone's life. Failure will propel you to new heights and reveal new possibilities for you. Failure strengthens your character and humbles you. Failure strengthens and molds you into a stronger person. There are 3 approaches to learning from failure. Number 1, humbleness. Always remain humble in any situation. By admitting your mistakes, you can get rid of them and let go of your ego, which will help you focus on your future goals. Number 2, compassion. Realizing that you've done something wrong is upsetting and almost unbearable, but try to start with a ray of hope and light. Number 3, be open to new experiences. Always have faith in the learning process. We fail due to a lack of proper education. Upskilling is the most important investment you can make in yourself. Besides this, there are several simple rules you can follow to achieve true success. 1. It is entirely up to the individual, as he may have his own method of achieving success. 2. Always be enthusiastic about the activities you enjoy. 3. Always work very hard for what you truly want. 4. Only through consistent effort can good things be attained. 5. No matter how difficult the situation is, always be good and humble. 6. Focusing on yourself is more important than on what others are doing. 7. Always try to push your limits. 8. Assist and encourage those in need. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the most essential steps that a person needs to take in order to properly deal with his failure is: Number 1, to accept the failure. Because this is the first step toward acceptance and positivity, when a person accepts the circumstances in his life, his feelings, the fact that he has failed, and so on, more than half of the problems he is experiencing are resolved. A person should therefore first learn to acknowledge the situation, refrain from putting on a fake smile and happiness, and respond with, "That's okay." The second step after acceptance is to gain wisdom from one's past mistakes. Instead of blaming others or putting themselves in a state of grief and depression as a result of their failure, a person ought to draw a lesson from their own experience. The individual should move on, engage in activities that are constructive, and involve themselves in activities that are encouraging. The third most essential thing for a person is to educate themselves on to stop comparing oneself with others. Everyone, regardless of age, should make it a priority to educate themselves on this particular topic. Do not compare yourself to other people because every person possesses a one-of-a-kind and distinctive personality, and every person is endowed with a distinguished mind and the ability to be creative. You need only to determine what it is that you are most capable of doing, and you will eventually achieve success. Therefore, a person ought to always keep in mind that he stands out from the rest of the crowd in some way. Another thing that should be learned is to recall the achievements. This has the potential to inspire a person and serve as a reminder to them that they are not destined to experience success all the time and have, in fact, accomplished things in their lives that they are proud of. The realization dawns on them that both triumph and defeat are inevitable components of life. The very last and most important thing for you to understand is that observe the mistakes of others and make sure you don't make the same ones yourself. A person should not learn from their own mistakes and failures, but rather from the mistakes and failures of others and make every effort to avoid repeating the same mistake in the future. As a result of the fact that the world is full of things to learn, one must cultivate the ability to recognize what is important and comprehend the results of one's actions before they become catastrophic. The adage, "Failures are important in life to cherish the bliss of success," is one that everyone should understand and internalize. Lastly, I have to say that you should create new ideas and don't be afraid to explore them because the world is full of opportunities with only the sky as a limit. That is all about today's video. If you enjoyed the video, please share your thoughts in the comment section, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.